Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of Secret Stash. This week is a really great presentation of Kenyan coffee from my friends at Apollon's Gold. This is Kagumoini, so this is a mix of SL28 and SL34. Now, Kenyan coffees are fun in the sense that there are basically, I would say, larger categories of flavor profiles of what a lot of Kenyan coffees taste like, or what, if you've had a Kenyan coffee before, you kind of either have tasted a Kenyan coffee that tastes something like blackberry, hibiscus, tomato even. That's one really big flavor profile, or something like tropical fruits, mango, citrus, that type of flavor profile. This coffee falls in that yellow fruit tropical world where I get a lot of mango, and interestingly, there's a lot of really nice subtlety, whereas a lot of Kenyans kind of are very, very loud. This coffee does have some of that loudness, I would say, but there are a lot of really interesting subtleties, and also this is an Apollon's Gold roast, so it is very, very light, and I recommend you rest this coffee for a bit of time, but let's go ahead and get brewing. Interestingly enough, I had never put on a Kenyan on Secret Stash until today, so hopefully you guys enjoy this release. It does smell really nice. And it is that Apollon's Gold, very transparent roasting style. Definitely let this coffee rest. The flavor notes will pop a little bit more, probably 2 to 3 weeks after you guys receive this week's release. Let's go ahead and brew. I'm opting for a 1:17 ratio. I find with a lot of these coffees, especially Apollon's Gold coffees, I like 1:17 ratio the best. But I'll discuss a little bit more as we begin tasting. Smells nice. It's really nice to be able to feature a coffee like this because I just think this is a great presentation of Kenyan coffee. I mean, it's clean, it's structured acidity, and it's got a lot of that mango. I think Apollon's Gold says mango, lemon zest, lavender. I believe they also even have a white peach note in there somewhere. I 100% get that mango. I do have a longer bloom in this recipe, especially just because I really want to open up the coffee. I'm actually opting for a coarser grind on this coffee, or a little bit coarser than what you guys might expect me to use for something like a coffee like this. And the big reason why is because I really want to pull a lot of that juiciness out. There's stuff in the back in this coffee that is just really interesting to experience. All right, and we are wrapping up. Total brew time on this coffee is probably going to be around 3 to 3.5 minutes, mainly because of that longer bloom at the beginning, but also if you decide to brew your own recipe on this coffee, feel free to push it very, very hard. So there we go, we're done at 3:28. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, this is the thing is, it's a really nice washed Kenyan. Really a lot of those Kenyan tropical fruit, mango qualities in this cup, especially from the aromatics. Has such a comforting aromatics, actually. I mean, it's up front, it's not, super loud, and it doesn't smell perfumey, it doesn't smell like, fake in any sort of way. It's just a great presentation of a clean coffee. So tasting hot, very, very sweet, upfront sweetness. A lot of, I would say, lavender up front. I am definitely getting a bit of this mango, like lavender peach situation going on here. And overall, very, very round, very, very sweet. Once this starts to cool down, that's really where a lot of that Kenyan loudness is going to show up. A lot of that mango, lemon zest as well. You're going to get that kind of zingier acidity. So I'm going to let this cool down and we'll taste a little more. Once this coffee cools down, that's really where this mango is coming through. A fun experiment would be to open this coffee when you get it and save some of the rest of it for a few weeks from now and see how the coffee starts to open up across the coming days, coming weeks. I've always found it interesting with these Apollon's Gold coffees where it's pretty good. A lot of sweetness, a lot of rounding at the beginning, especially nearer off roast, and then 45 days later, suddenly you get super popping acidity. And I think my recipe will work very well for that in the coming weeks when it does open up. Once it cools down, there's that mango juice. There is that up front, more vibrant loudness. And it finishes just super sweet into a lot of this like lavender. It's round. I get a lot of extended linger of sweetness with kind of those Kenyan mango qualities coming up front. This particular coffee is probably about a week and a half off roast. Once you get into that 45-day resting time, that's really where I think this mango is going to start really, really popping. You're going to start really getting that very clear definition of acidity that we find in a lot of these Apollon's Gold coffees as they rest, because they're roasted in a specific way. I think what would be a fun experiment to do is brew one right when you get it, and then across the coming weeks, save some of it and try it each week after, and just to see like how does it open up, how does the acidity change, is anything different than what you experienced before. But otherwise, yeah, this is just a nice coffee. It is so nice to have just a nice wash Kenyan on Secret Stash. I mean, we've done a lot of fun coffees, but clean washed Kenyan, here you go. There it is. That is this week's Secret Stash coffee. If you have any questions, let us know. But otherwise, thank you so much. We are always opening up more spots. There's always things in rotation. So if you want to join Secret Stash, you want to get in on these coffees, you can check it out on the website. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for spending time to watch this video. I will see you in the next one.